You have your snap kicks, you have your lifting front kicks, you got your inside leg kick, you got your teeps, all kinds of front kicks. None of them are wrong, they're all great. But you need to build a foundation, you need to get a skill set. Once you get the basic Tang Soo Do front kick, all your front kicks will be easy. Hi and welcome, I'm Grandmaster Tom Bloom. Today we're working on the Tang Soo Do thrusting front kick. We're hitting with the ball of our foot. So we're gonna start from a good back stance. In a back stance, hands are up, eyes are forward. You're looking through here. You're not looking over your arm. You're looking through. And that's gonna happen when you throw the front kick. You're gonna pivot, and this is gonna come forward. You're gonna kick right through there. You're gonna thrust with the ball of your foot. Later on, it's gonna be a fighting stance, but right now, we're starting in a back stance. The reason why is because you wanna develop your balance, your leg muscles, you wanna feel yourself getting power from the floor. It's called a thrust kick because it's a pushing kick. And we're using the ball of our foot, the pad right on the bottom of your foot, kind of like the front two knuckles of your fists. You're gonna be punching with the ball of your foot. If you're not sure what I mean, just stand up on your toes. You're not really on your toes. If you're on your toes, you'd be like a ballerina. You're on the ball of your foot. Hit it on the ground a few times. Okay, there's another thing that happens when you throw a front kick. When you throw a front kick, there's another thrust. It's not just your hip thrusting, it's your ankle. Your ankle's gonna thrust and the ball of your foot's gonna thrust out there. You're actually punching with the ball of your foot. If you're just to bring your foot back like this, and you're to kick at the bag and with the ball of your foot, and you're kicking hard, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna hurt your ankle. So when you do a standing front kick, or when you do a basic front kick in Tang Soo Do, you're not just learning how to thrust with your hip, but you're learning ankle control and foot position. There's a foot position for every kick. This is no different. This is actually one of the harder ones to get. So let's start with the basic front kicks of Tang Soo Do. There's three. There's a standing front kick. Standing front kick is the back leg. You kick and bring it back. Slide up front kick is your front leg. Any kick you throw, a slide up kick in Tang Soo Do, the front leg kicks and the front leg remains forward. So there's a standing, there's a slide up, and then there's the stepping. Stepping is exactly what it sounds like. You're moving forward, you're advancing with the other side. Maybe you want to switch hands. Okay, so from here, you're in a good back stance. Your hands are up. You're gonna pivot yourself to here. You're turning your body. You wanna bring that back knee up quick. Very hard to go over that, to go under it. You can't go under it. To go around it. That knee's up, that's protecting you. If you're slow with that, you're gonna be leading with your face. You don't wanna lead with your face. You wanna get that knee right up in front of you. So from your back stance, you're gonna be lifting that knee up. You're gonna be thrusting the kick out, bringing it back, and putting it back down behind you. A slide up kick, 5 counts. You're gonna be doing the same kick, you're sliding up to it. The difference is when you slide up for a front kick, you're kicking with your front leg, your back foot should slide up like this. You're gonna feel like sliding up like this because you wanna get your shoulders and your hips. You wanna get everything forward. But when you lift your knee, if your feet are like this and you lift your knee naturally and you're set into the ground, your knee's gonna lift out a little bit. You don't wanna do that. If I had my foot out here, my knee would be coming up like a round kick. We don't wanna do that. What we wanna do is we wanna get power from the ground. So we wanna stay level. When you slide up for a front kick, it's heel to heel so that you can set yourself into it where you can push, you can thrust. A lot like we're not gonna talk about it. A lot like a teep in Muay Thai, but we're chambering. We got that knee in front of us. That knee is gonna protect us. It's also gonna give us an advantage of distance. We can kick at very, very close range with that front kick. All right, so from your stance, for your slide up front kick, you wanna get your good posture here. Again, we're gonna be turning the hips forward, turning those shoulders forward. We're gonna take our hands from here. Again, don't look over your arm. You're gonna be looking through there. You're gonna slide up and your knee's gonna come up to protect you. Okay, so you're gonna go slide up, knee up, thrust, recoil, and down. you're gonna find that in the middle of every kick, there's a recoil. And a recoil, there's all kinds of reasons why you recoil. But you wanna find it for now, you wanna find that recoil for your balance and control. Of course, maybe you wanna follow up with something, or you wanna do a different move, or you wanna get out, you know, you might wanna kick and then get this guy over here, or kick and then kick again. Your recoil is gonna give you that center, that position. I don't know if you've seen a lot of street fights or real fights when guys are not skilled. They usually throw like one technique, then maybe another, and then they lose their footing because they're not bringing their hips underneath them and they're not bringing their center of balance with them. In a front kick, same thing. You don't want to be overextending and getting out of your center. You always want to bring your center with you and always find where you can follow up. So let's go for the stepping front kick, the third basic front kick. It's going to start just like you're standing. You're kicking with your back leg, you're here. But the difference is you're going to kick, recoil, you're going to step forward. So you're stepping forward with that kick. When you do a slide up front kick or you do a stepping front kick, there's a certain way you step down. This is really important. Another reason why you recoil. After your kick, you don't want to be falling forward with your face. You want to be protected. So you want to recoil, and that foot, after the recoil, kind of comes down and forward. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm coming recoil, and I'm coming down and in, like underneath it, where I'm protected. I'm not falling. So I'm not going to kick and come down here. It's in the slide up front kick. When you slide up front kick, you come down, you're ready. When you do your stepping front kick, you come down, you're ready. Standing front kick's a little different because you're coming back behind you, but even there, you want to be set. I've got one more quick lesson for you today, and this is homework. And I know I'm not your instructor, and I'm just here to help you with your basic and your fundamentals right now. This is something that your instructor will not tell you, and it's not because they don't know something. This is your homework. I want you to show up 10 minutes early to every class this week. You're gonna show up, you're gonna stretch. You're gonna find a good spot to stretch where you're not in the way. There's places to stretch. You're gonna look around the studio. Maybe you're gonna look at the targets. Maybe you're gonna look at some chairs. Lots of stuff going on in your studio. You're gonna straighten things out. You're not gonna make a big deal about it. You're not gonna talk to your classmates or look at me. You're just gonna walk over, straighten things out, and go back to your stretching. See what happens.